What's going on, guys? It's Life with Gator here, and we are tearing into, as you saw in the last episode, tearing into the go-kart. Now I split this video up into two pieces, so it is the same day that I took the engine off there. Just figured keep the episodes around 12 minutes or so, less than 15-minute episodes, quick little wash while you're drinking your morning coffee or whatnot. So anyway, I think in this episode we are going to remove the rear axle off of the machine here, kind of get this whole rear frame opened up, kind of get it down to bare where I want it to be. So yeah, I think the first step is get these wheels off of here, and those are pretty easy. They just unscrew, but I'll put you up on my little makeshift stand here, a couple of old bagging leaf bags for the lawnmower, and we'll start tearing into this thing. Now I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, both of these bolts or nuts are different sizes, so I'm hoping that my adjustable wrench goes up big enough, and it does not. Alright, so I got my other wrench here. We'll see if we can't just break these loose. See, I'm kind of working with a skeleton kit of tools here. We might have to drop the whole axle with the wheels on, which is fine. Yeah, I think that's what the plan is. As you hear, that brake does not sound good. So we're going to take and loosen the brake off the keyway here. Alright. So basically, once I loosen all this, I'm going to have to shift the whole thing over and down. I believe, yeah. Or actually take this bolt out, and then the whole brake will kind of flop down. So that's what I'm going to do first, actually, is I'm going to take that bolt out. We're going to try and do this, with the minimal mindset in mind here. So, just kind of trying to be the minimalist. I'm trying to get the best shot where you can see the whole rear end of the machine. There we go. So yeah, we're going to try and kind of be the minimalist. Use what's in this little toolkit and just take this thing apart. See if an 11mm is right. Obviously this hardware has been replaced by me before. Everything can kind of be ripped apart using a ratchet and socket set and some sort of adjustable wrench. So I used a bolt that was way too long. Sounds about right. About 18 miles long. Alright, so then we can bend that back that way, and that will release. Obviously this brake lever and everything is going to be gone. I want to go with some sort of fluid rear brake. I don't know what size. These might be 1/2 inch holding the axle on. Yep, so get in there. Now this axle and bearings is all new, or was all new the last time I owned this. Now obviously it's sat in a field, so I'm hoping they didn't dry out. So yeah, we'll get that removed. This side's going to be a little more difficult, I believe, to find the right angle here to get the adjustable in. Oh, we were able to get her in. Alright, and this one, we're actually going to take and we're going to pound that brake. I guess you call that the drum. We're going to take and just see if we can't tap that over. Give us a little bit. There we go. we tapped her over on the keyway so we have a little bit more room to get our socket in here. This whole project is kind of funny for me, and I'm kind of happy that this is the one you guys chose to go with, because the last time I did this, I kind of had no knowledge of cars or really anything. I hadn't gone to college to work on cars yet. I hadn't worked in the industry ever. So I was very green, and I made a lot of mistakes. Don't get me wrong, a lot of mistakes on this rig. So I'm hoping the knowledge that I have now will kind of help me not make those mistakes again, because I made a lot of mistakes. I had to get a lot of help on this machine from people, and like I say, I'm hoping that that knowledge that I gained before in the past, or before, will help me now. So we'll take these nuts off. I think I bought this axle off of eBay, the more I think about it. Drop the washer. Like I say, we should almost have a tally. How many things have I dropped in this whole process? Once I do that, everything's going to be rusted into place, which is nice, kind of holds it there for me. But I should be able to kind of give it a yank down, and the whole axle will come out if I do everything correctly. Yep. So we give it a hit, the axle comes out. So here's what we got. We have our bearing on this side. Almost looks like it wasn't mounted in there straight one time. It's a little bit of that, but it seems fine. It's spinning fine. This side's spinning fine, so we're in good shape there with our axle. We'll put that over into our parts pile and keep moving on. Alright, so another thing I wanted to address is the chain. As you can see, she's pretty rusty. So I think I should have some sort of oil around here that I can put, even if it's just some cheap motor oil. And I'm going to put it in this container here. I'm going to find some sort of thing for that. And I'm just going to kind of soak the chain in motor oil for a while, just to make sure. It seems like all the links are ends, but I just want to soak it in motor oil, make sure that it's nice and lubricated, so that when this all goes back together, we're in better shape than we were before. Alright, so I was able to find some oil. It's some reclaim oil from work that I grabbed. Well, basically it's the stuff that wasn't it was like the ending stuff of, you get a 5-quart jug, you only use 4 quarts. Trying not to make a mess. Here, you're just going to get the whole thing kind of submerged. This stuff is real thick. I don't know if this was diesel oil or what. Actually, we went through and redid some inventory stuff, and there was a lot of open 1-quart jugs that they were just going to pour into the waste oil, and I said, well, I have a use for that. So anyway, in this episode we got the rear axle removed, which is nice. Next step's going to be getting this ratty looking seat off. She's definitely showing her wear. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring this back around. I'd like to, because it kind of fits the mold of the whole cart, but she might be too far gone. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video. We'll get the seat off of it, and we're just going to start at the back, keep moving our way forward, and eventually we'll have this thing disassembled. We'll make some sort of plan, whether that's cutting these off for fenders, and we'll go from there. Keep moving forward. All right, we'll see you in the next one.